All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm JC with J and the Eclectics. We got Reyes, the entrepreneur, in the house, and today we're going to talk to you about what you should consider when pricing out your t-shirts.
That's right, because I mean, you're not just spending, let's just say $5-6 on a shirt, which is a shirt and the ink. There's more to that. You got to take into account your time and then the little extra work as well.
Yep.
Like for example, if you got to make the design for the customer.
Yep.
How should you charge for that? What about packaging?
Oh.
You know, it's not free, but that's what we're gonna talk about today. So let's get started, man.
Let's go.
So when you say your pricing, what's the first most important things you take into consideration?
My overhead cost.
Yeah.
So I think about, it's tough to look at it that way. From a business standpoint, I think about the overhead cost. I got to make sure that I'm not going negative or I'm not underwater with this order. Like I have to come out on top one way or another. Even though I also want to focus on the customer need, because some people are going to be like, hey, look, I really need this, but I can't pay $30 a shirt right now. And you know, it's sucks to suck, but no, you want to help the customer too. However, it's like, man, your budget is not in line with what I'm putting out. So you got to talk to those customers separately. But
So the first thing I would think of is the shirt.
Yep.
You know, how much are you paying for shirts?
So we only
AS color?
AS color.
AS color. So they only use a certain type of brand.
Yep.
How much is it?
So there's 3 or 4 different models of the shirt that we will primarily go to. The cheapest one is like $340, $350.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad. But then the median is like $440, and then like $5 or $6 for the.
Now that doesn't seem like a big difference, but when you got 100 shirt order, it adds up.
Yeah. So think about this: you want to order 100 blank shirts of a Gildan, and they're $2 a piece, right? So you're like, all right, I need 100 shirts. 100 times 2. $200 for those shirts. Now that's 100 shirts for the AS colors, and they're $440 a piece.
No, double the price.
$240 more for that order. Double the price.
But the customer will like it more.
I'm telling you.
Cause look, I started with Gildan back in the day. G's 200, very cheap, very affordable. Not the best quality, but it got the job done.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, you know what? Everybody was offering that because it's the cheapest. So then I went to the next level, 3600, which was about $4.
Yeah.
Big increase.
Yeah.
But I kid you not, I had customers coming back and saying, hey, I need a shirt, but I don't want the Gildan.
Yeah.
I want the next level.
Yeah.
And they were willing to pay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
So you got to price out what are your costs. So put in, and we've got a spreadsheet that we put together one night at like 2 a.m. And it's like, all right, whatever shirt cost you're doing, you put in the shirt cost. And then it goes into all the material, because that's one of the big things to think about. What is all the material you're using? And it's not just your t-shirt. You got the cost of your ink.
That's right.
Depending on how you're printing those shirts. So for DTG, we know based off each design how much ink it costs us. So we can put that ink cost in. You got pre-treat.
Let me ask you, on average, how much is the DTG print? Let's say 10 by 10.
10 by 10?
The panda one.
Sure.
Like $1 something, $2?
Yeah, like $1.50 is like the average. So if you go like a 3X shirt and you do a huge image, it might be like $2.50 or something.
Okay. That's not bad.
But that's on a black shirt. So you got to lay all the white ink, then you lay all the coloring. So it's 2 prints really on one shirt. That's why it would be like $2.50.
And I used to do vinyl a lot. And I know per foot of one color was $3.
Okay.
You know, so let's keep track of it. Right now, your AS color and your DTG, you're what, $7? $4.50 for the shirt, good quality. $2.50 maximum for a DTG print.
Yeah.
Or would you say it's kind of less?
It's probably less. I would say on average, you're probably like $1.50 in DTG.
How much are you spending on one shirt, average? With just the shirt and the ink?
Oh, just shirt and ink?
Only, right now. We'll add more to it, but.
Yeah, probably like $5.
$5.
Yep.
Me too. Yeah, I usually do like a next level $4, and then the vinyl usually $2-3.
Yeah.
So you know it adds up.
Yep. We run tests on our shirts, so even the basic AS color shirt that we'll get for like $340, $350.
Yeah.
Everyone likes better than everything else we put it against, and that's their entry level shirt.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, wait till you see the premium shirts, because they cost us a little bit more. But once you feel the basic AS color next to a Gildan or a Next Level shirt, you're like, damn, that's really nice. Or you see it, it's so vibrant. And it's like, yeah, and that's their basic shirt.
Yeah.
Wait till you see those premium and the ultras that we use. Then you're like, whoa, these are really nice.
Oh, darn, these are good. Yeah. Anyways, though,
Gee
but
golly willikers.
one thing I found out is that, first of all, you gotta know who your customer is.
Yeah.
Because there's some customers who do want that Gildan, that potato sack feel.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about. I've had customers who come out and they're like, "Oh, give me the price. I'm starting a clothing brand. This is what I want to do." And we're trying to give you guys tips right here on how to charge for your shirts. And it's like, all right, well, if you want the best quality print, you want this garment. Then you give them that total price, and they're like, "Okay, what if we went with a little bit cheaper option on the shirt?" I'm like, it's not just the cheaper shirt. The overall quality you're getting goes down with that shirt quality too. So if you're printing on like an AS color or a Next Level 3600, a nicer shirt, you're gonna get a nicer quality image. But then you drop down to like a Gildan 200, right? And it's like, okay, well, the quality of the print goes down with the quality of the shirt too. Then you got the feel of the shirt. But I've had people say, you know what, for the first order, let me just get 10 of those on the cheaper shirt. And it's like, damn. So you know what I do? I'll make them those 10 shirts and I'll throw in one AS color.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, what is this one? I'm like, it's a shirt you turn down.
Yeah.
Next time they come through, AS color.
Here's one thing, I don't do that.
Oh, yeah?
The reason is because when people hit me up and say, hey, they want the cheapest price, I can't mess with people like that.
That's
just
fair.
because no matter what I do, no matter what I give them, no matter if I even try to convince them to get a better quality, they want the cheapest.
And then they're mad that the quality's not amazing?
Exactly. First of all. And secondly, they're not loyal. Because
Yeah.
once they find somebody else cheaper
price, that's
they're
fair.
going to go. Yeah. But that's why I give them the option. No, honestly, when I was doing my t-shirt business, I didn't give them the option. I was like, I'm using Next Level only.
Yeah.
Of course, if you want something cheaper and you want to pay, cool. But if you want the cheapest price, not my customer, man.
Yeah.
That's just me. But, all right, we got shirt, we got ink. What's another thing to consider when setting your price?
Yeah, so for DTG, then you've got roughly 14 cents per shirt pre-treat.
Yep.
So you gotta spray that shirt. And then I actually price out every little thing. So it's gonna seem like anal detail, but we've got those parchment papers, and I might buy them in a package of 1,000. But they're typically, for DTG at least, they're one-time use. So maybe you could flip it over and use the other side. But for the most part, there's that. So then we add that cost in. If you order them in bulk, like 1,000, that's gonna be between 2 and 6 cents. It's not a lot, but I throw that into our spreadsheet, and that's a cost. Then you got an employee.
We were going to talk about time, but first let me ask you, you said you buy like 1,000 parchment papers.
Yeah.
Have you noticed about buying in bulk, you save a lot more money?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I mean, you got to think about...
What do you buy in bulk?
So we buy our parchment paper in bulk. I bought my poly bags, my mailer bags in bulk.
The boxes.
Oh, yeah, the boxes.
Yeah.
All those things cost you way more money in smaller quantities. And then you got to pay for shipping by the weight of those items as well. So parchment paper, especially if you got Amazon, you got free Prime, and you're ordering blank parchment paper through Amazon maybe, then okay, at least you got free Prime shipping. But the cost per sheet goes way down if you buy larger quantities of them. So you're saving your money in the long run, and that's you got to think that way for a business too.
You have to, man.
If you don't,
Yeah.
then your cost might go up to $10 per shirt.
Yeah.
Because it's costing you more for materials because you're not buying them in bulk, and then you're going to be buying them more frequently. So each time you're going to be paying a little bit more.
And then doing that shipping charge in there each and every time. But you mentioned time.
Yeah, time is money.
You have to account for time now. As we're growing our business, I remember when I first started, I didn't account for time. Yeah, I didn't care if it took me an hour or 5 hours to make a shirt.
Yeah.
I was making $20. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to grow a business, you need to account for time, because what if you have to hire somebody to do that?
Yep.
What? You're not making money? That's one thing you have to know. You have to make profit in your business.
Yeah.
And how much does it take you to make a DTG shirt? Let's just say if everything went right.
If everything went right, the first shirt is always the longest, right?
Yeah.
Because you got to turn on the heat press, you got to get those ready. And that first shirt might, all in all, not the actual printing part, but it might be 9 or 10 minutes to turn the heat press on, pre-treat a shirt, dry it, get the first print, cure it, package it, 10 minutes. But at the same time, you'll have 6 other shirts pre-treated and ready to go. So it is a process. When you break that down, the typical start to finish can be 2 to 4 minutes, depending on that shirt. But if you're only doing one, then it's longer. You're turning on the heat press and everything.
I got you.
It's not as slow as I know. We did a video on how fast can I print a shirt.
Yeah.
And that was literally starting, turn the heat presses on, let it heat up, start to finish, and a 3x shirt, large image, and the printer setting. So we have a quality setting that we always go to first. There is a production setting which will print faster, but I found personally I don't mind the extra time to stick with the quality setting because it's a little bit better print.
I got you. And for example, vinyl, when you're doing the whole cameo, weeding, 1 hour the quickest, 2 hours maximum. If you're doing one shirt or two shirt orders and it's taking you 3-4 hours, you gotta cut that. There's something in there that you need to figure out how to produce it quicker.
Yeah.
But 2 hours, make $20, not profit.
Right.
But I don't know. Like I don't recommend doing vinyl if you have employees.
Yeah.
But have you ever done screen printing or not?
So we outsource our screen printing.
Yeah, that takes forever, bro.
Yeah. And that's the main thing. So we took our business and we looked at, all right, we want to sell custom shirts, hats, custom apparel, all of it. It's like, well, how are we going to do the shirts? And we looked at what other people were doing a couple years ago. And it's like, okay, they started with HTV or they started with DTF transfer sheets or something like that. Then they got into screen printing, then maybe DTG. And it's like, why not just jump straight to DTG then? If that's kind of the pinnacle of where things are, put the money in and start there. Which is funny because it's not what most people would do. But then someone comes through and wants 100 of these shirts. Maybe they don't want AS color. Maybe they do want Gildan 500s or something, right? Or some soft styles. I get a lot of those Gildan soft styles. But then they have a design that's one color. And I'm like, well, here's what we would charge you to do 100 shirts at DTG.
Yeah.
And it's one color. And maybe that doesn't make sense for the customer. They're like, what about screen printing? He's like, cool. We have a screen print shop that we work with because we don't trust anyone's quality besides ours. And I'll reach out to the screen print shop, get a price, send it out. And almost every time the customer is like, because they find us, they see we do DTG, they see the quality, they see like reviews or customers talking about how it feels, but then they order screen printing. And they're like, oh, that's not what I thought it was going to be. It's like, well, you didn't order DTG. So we try not to do screen printing. However, we do plan to expand and get our own screen printing set up as well, just so we can offer everything. Because one rule for J&E Eclectics, we don't say no.
I got you.
If you got an order, we'll figure out a way to do it.
And you know what? That brings up a very good point that you say no, but that's why screen printers have a setup fee.
Yep.
Because, man, shirts, bro, I don't know about you, but there's a lot of unpaid hours in there. Yeah. And a lot of people who make shirts, they're running their own business. It's not like they're having someone run their business. Just because having so many employees, you have to charge a lot for shirts, Yeah. And
the easiest way to do that is breaking down time. So how long does it take to actually make a shirt depending on the method that you're using? Because we're talking about how you can charge for your shirt, right? So we know time is definitely one of those things. You got all your material costs start adding up. Let's say we're at that $5. Then let's say for DTG, it takes you 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes to print that shirt. How many shirts are they printing in an hour? For example, how many can you print in an hour? Then you take that number, and then you divide it by the 60 minutes, right? Or how much you're going to pay them per hour. And that basically breaks down how much you pay someone per shirt to make. So we have like a $15 an hour breakdown basically in our spreadsheet based off how many shirts they can make. And then it says, all right, you're adding $1.15 per shirt. That's the time you're paying for that one shirt. So now the cost went up to $6.15 to make the shirt.
You know what? I got back into t-shirts. I got all the equipment. I hired someone specifically to help me with shirts. I was losing money since day one just because I wasn't charging a lot. And I mean, I don't know who else is charging a lot. I feel like the t-shirt business, super competitive, man. Super. But hey, it doesn't mean you can't make money. But you really got to know how much it's costing you to run that business.
So I just gave you guys a breakdown, right? So $15 an hour is more than minimum wage. And to do something fun, in my opinion, fun, like work in a print shop, Now, unless you're actually screen printing, which is a lot more manual work, it is not difficult to pre-treat a shirt, load a DTG printer, print that sucker out.
Oh, anybody could do that.
So you're paying someone that $15 an hour. We actually pay more. So Esley and I, when we were running these numbers, we're like, okay, realistically, when we hire an employee, like how much would we pay? And it's like, we could pay $15 an hour. Get a college kid who's just trying to make some side change, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think right now our cost is broken down by $30 or $35 an hour per shirt, which sounds like a lot, but it's not per shirt because DTG, you can make so many in an hour. So it's still only that $1 or $2 added cost for us. But it's worth it in the long run to get someone trained to print our quality expectation and want to actually be in there doing it. So
I got you, man. I got you. So let's go to the next thing, which is shipping.
Oh yeah.
And the shipping supplies.
Yep.
Because what you need poly bags, you need tape,
a thermal shipping label printer if you're gonna print those out yourself. So there's a couple things with shipping here you guys don't want to get lost on, right? There are some fundamentals of selling where it's like, okay, if my shirt is $25 and I'm charging $5 for shipping, that's $30 versus a $30 shirt with free shipping. It's the exact same numbers. But people are going to tell you, oh, always charge free shipping, always charge free shipping. You got to be really careful with your costs, how you set up, and you got to be clear what is what. Because depending on what method you're doing. So if you're ordering straight from our shop and our shirt is $30 but free shipping, no problem. But if you're doing print on demand, right, then the customer needs to know what their profit margin is, how much am I making, and you need to have a clear separate shipping cost. It's going to be like, okay, look, are you going to pay for shipping out of your profit? Because I'm not going to pay for it out of mine as a print shop. You know, where are we falling? And it's usually shipping is its own thing. Here's the money that goes to each of us. So shipping costs, the poly bags, we buy them in bulk, and maybe I think it adds 6 cents or 9 cents per order, which isn't a lot. But then it's completely covered, and you got the awesome Janie Eclectics establishing quarantine custom bags.
And you know what? Shipping, pretty basic stuff. Poly bag, tape, the shipping label, that's it. But you actually add a few extra things like stickers.
Yeah.
How much does that add? Did you say like 25 cents each? Or?
Yeah. So I think the first set of stickers we ordered were like 25 cents each. So then I started ordering them in bulk. I ordered 5,000 stickers at a time. And then it's like 3 or 4 cents.
Oh, that's nothing.
That's nothing. That's why you got to order in bulk. That 25 cents doesn't seem like a lot, but it's per shirt. So think about selling, as soon as you sell 4 shirts, 25 cents is $1. All right, that's 4 shirts. Imagine 40 shirts.
Yeah.
So you're $40. It adds up, keeps going.
Gotcha. So you gotta be real careful what you're gonna go in there.
Yeah.
Like for example, I was throwing in lanyards in mine, like $3-4 each,
Yeah.
But I do it for the love.
We have
a pop socket.
Yeah, we got pop sockets.
Yeah.
I ordered these, and they cost me about 50 cents a piece because I ordered them in bulk. And what I was doing is anybody who orders 2 shirts or more, I was tossing those in.
Got you.
But then I noticed I started paying a little bit more in shipping because the weight of the package overall went past the 1 or 2 t-shirts.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. Once you go past a certain amount of weight, you go from that $4 in shipping to $5.50 or $7. And I was like, dang. Start including free stuff, you start incurring more cost. We still throw in the stickers, and occasionally I will throw in those. But I mean, for us, nobody really knows who Janie Eclectics are yet, right? Except for the loyal people who are here right now watching this video. So it's funny because people be like, "You think someone wants to put a pop socket of your company on their phone?" I'm like, I don't know, maybe. You know what? Branding though, they may just need a pop socket. I'm like, oh, cool,
a free pop socket, man.
And then somebody might see it and be like, "What is that?" Be like, oh, specialty print company. They made the shirt I'm wearing. And then boom, new customer. You gotta think like that.
Yeah. Hey, well, since we're thinking like that, another thing we need to put into the cost? Marketing.
Oh, 100%.
Right? Because, not only you gotta spend money to attract customers. Like, for example, business cards, I feel like are the cheapest marketing strategies, of course. Facebook and Instagram, free posts. But you, for example, you do a lot of examples for social media. Yeah. That costs money, And what's other things you try to get customers in?
So we'll throw some shirts on Etsy, right? You can set up a free Etsy store, but then you can pay as little as $1 or $2 a day to advertise that one shirt. And it will put targeted Etsy ads in front of people that maybe you'll get a return on. One thing I noticed trying to do that, is if I did a couple dollars a day, let's say, and if in a whole month I spent $25 on advertising, how many shirts did I sell? Through that advertising, let's say it was 2. So you sell 2 $25 shirts, you make $50, but you really only made $25 because 25 went back to advertising.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, if I only made $25 from 2 shirts, I only made $12.50. You know, you divide by 2, right? 25 by 2. Hopefully that $12.50 is covering the cost of that shirt, and the difference is your profit.
Yeah.
So you got to be real careful where you're paying for marketing and stuff. Don't do, if you didn't catch the video on how I got scammed $16K on Facebook ads, don't do that.
Nah.
But there are free ways. We do a lot of posts on social media through our Instagram and things like that. But you got to think about that. If you're promoting a post on Facebook or Instagram, in my opinion, and this could be wrong, you're really just promoting more viewers to your content, not necessarily promoting a sell. Like you pay for, you know, hey, promote this for $10. We'll give you $10 credit on Facebook or Instagram. You're just driving more people to your page.
Doesn't mean they're gonna buy.
Doesn't mean they're gonna buy.
Yeah,
it's not targeted to add to cart sales, for example.
So that's another thing I want to mention. That when you do try marketing ideas, know exactly what type of results you want.
Yeah.
For example, it's kind of unrelated, but kind of related because I do a lot of videos with entrepreneurs.
Okay.
But I needed to make more videos. That was my goal. I need more entrepreneurs to come do collabs with me, share knowledge.
Yeah.
So I hired a virtual assistant. I made a list of 40 businesses I want to contact to see if they want to do a video with me.
Yeah.
You know how many replied back?
Out of 40 types of businesses, pay for a virtual assistant.
No. My virtual assistant, reaching out to them for free promo for their business, collabing with me on the YouTube channel. Right?
I think all of them.
2.
2? Oh, wow.
Replied back, only 1 agreed to do it.
It's free promo for them.
But they weren't willing to share knowledge.
Oh,
they don't want to share secrets.
On,
there you go. But kind of like, okay, I tried that. I lost money and time, so I learned not to do that again.
Yeah.
And find a different, cheaper way of getting that result, which I did find. You know what way I found? That didn't even cost me anything? Pretty much just making a post on Instagram saying, hey, anybody want to collab in California? And that got me way more results than getting a virtual assistant to reach out to people.
Yeah, that's a good thing to say too. Thinking about how you're getting more results. So we're talking about marketing costs, like how you're going to price out your shirt.
Yeah.
We were running those ads, whether it was Etsy or Facebook or whatever. And then honestly, we get more orders through our Instagram through a free post of, hey, look what I just did. Look what I made. And then people are like, dang, is that still available? I was like, well, yeah, it's what we do every day. Whatever, Or YouTube videos.
YouTube videos, yeah.
Throw up your content on things you're already doing. Like, these are conversations we would have anyway. We're recording the conversation so that you, the viewer, can actually get this free 99 knowledge, right?
Free 99, that's
so
right.
You mentioned those businesses wouldn't reach out because they don't want to share. That's the scary thing, man.
Yeah.
It is a competitive field, but it doesn't have to be. Like, honestly, there's enough room for everybody to jump in and do their thing if you're willing to hustle and do the work.
Another thing, so the marketing, right? Figure out what works for you and you're making profit. Yep. Don't spend a lot of money on something that's giving you little results thinking, oh man, this is working. Yeah. Nah, bro. The next thing I want to talk about is you got to charge for that extra work. 100%. Like for example, t-shirts, we deal with a lot of customers who don't have the right files, who don't know the right shirts. And you got to cut that back because one thing I found out, a customer who asks questions will always have questions if you don't put a stop to it. And what I mean by that is a customer's going to say, hey, how much for 10 shirts? All right, $15 a shirt, $150.
How much for 20 shirts?
Yeah, how much for 20 shirts? Yeah. Oh, well, what if I get some design with this and another shirt with this design? Yep. Or, okay, what if I get a cheaper shirt? Yeah. Or what if I buy more? Like, and that's taking time away from your business. Because I stopped that right away. That's why I don't want to make it sound like I'm like, hey, no, this and that. I'm like, hey, 10 shirts, this is how much it costs. Are you willing to put down a deposit?
Yep. And you have to look at it that way too. Mm-hmm. We say it in almost every video we make, and every time we talk as well, time is money.
Yes.
So if you're breaking down how to price out your shirts, is that customer bringing you a ready product, ready to print, that actual design? or you're gonna have to take extra time out of your actual print shop making shirts to go design all of these things. If you're gonna have to hop on a computer for 20 minutes to maybe an hour to make a design for that one shirt, I'll tell customers straight up, if you're ordering one shirt, it's not worth it to you. It's not worth it to you to come to me unprepared, because I'm gonna charge you $25-$30 for graphics, for graphic design.
The setup fee, pretty much.
Yeah, a setup fee.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna charge you for the shirt and actually printing it. And you're gonna be like, wait, $40-$50 for one shirt? And he's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But if you come with that design ready, you're saving that money. So if you come and you take a picture of your computer and that's what you send me, okay, that's a lot more work for me to make you that design. So think about that too. Your time is money. How much time not only is it taking to print it, but do you have to prepare all the artwork for them? You got to charge for that.
And you know what? Talking about that, big tip is if you come prepared, not only is that going to make the process better for the customer, also for you.
Yeah.
You build that relationship with that customer and be like, I like this guy.
Yep.
I want to keep working with him, you know? Because there's some customers who don't know what they want, which is fine.
Yeah.
They're going to have to learn some way, somehow. But the customers that are prepared save me time and headache.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I love those customers.
Let me tell you. So if you guys didn't catch that video, we'll have it linked.
Yeah.
I knocked out like 64 left chest logos for this guy from Montana.
The heat transfer.
The heat transfer video, right? And I made him that cute little onesie. So that guy originally sent, so shout out to you, first of all, for ordering. Thank you.
Yeah.
But also shout out, the first email that came through was like, hey, I want to get this. Here's these PNGs. We can work with the PNG file. However, I asked him, just to ask, I was like, any chance you still have the vectors from when you got these designed? Hold on one second, let me check. Sent over all 4 vectors.
I love those customers.
And I was like, let's go. Done.
Yeah, done.
So I did take a few extra days than normal to ship that specific order out, but only because I was filming that content for that video. So I didn't want to ship it out and then the video come out way later. I was hoping like they'd get them around the same time the video came out.
Oh, okay.
I thought that'd be pretty cool. But man, it makes your life so much easier as the custom print shop when that stuff is ready to go.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind, all right? If you're prepared, we love you. Hey, we might do a little bit extra stuff, you know?
And kind of the next tip, which would be taxes.
Yeah, man, those taxes, bro.
You have to charge tax on your shirts.
You have to.
And you have to track that, because if you're just doing this like out of your garage through Facebook and you're not even claiming it as a business, which I'm not recommending anyone do.
We're not telling you to break the law, but you know.
You may or may not be paying taxes in the first place. Don't worry about it. But if you're running an LLC, S Corp, you're trying to make a legitimate business, you got a website, all these things, you can claim a whole bunch on your taxes, but you got to charge that sales tax too, because that self-employment tax is like 20 to 30%.
Oh, yeah. Oh, bro. They've been getting me good the last couple of years. Because here's the thing, bro. The government, the IRS, they're going to get their money.
Yeah.
And it's either going to come from you or your customers.
Yep.
Like when I work with somebody, I'm like, all right, how much time is it going to take me to make videos with them?
Yeah.
But also, after taxes, how much am I going to take?
Yep.
I don't do any more like, I used to be like, oh, I made $12 profit.
Yep.
No, now I'm like, I made $12 profit. But 30% for taxes, I made about $9.
Yep.
You know, you have to count into taxes.
Yeah, think about a normal paycheck. You're working a normal job. You might make $1,000 right after in your 2-week paycheck. That you see your gross. Then you see the part that says net, which is what you actually bring home.
It's rough, bro. It's rough.
Yeah, it's not the $1,000.
It's
Uncle
not,
Sam
man.
Took his pocket change out of there.
Oh, hey, one thing you gotta get used to, bro, is taxes.
Yeah.
You have to. There's nothing. Now I know why there's so many celebrities out there who get in trouble for evading. Cause, bro, it hurts your heart at the end of the year. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is how much are you charging for shirts?
Yeah. So for us, and I broke this down in another video as well. Go make sure you check that out about your prices should be going up, right? So we had started our prices at $25, but we were charging shipping. So now if you go to our website, I want to say it's $30 per shirt, but we only do DTG. So it's only the highest quality. There's no limits, that kind of thing. And we always have discounts that we can give out to people. But that covers shipping as well.
You know what? $30, bro? That's a lot, in my opinion. But you're not targeting everybody who wants the cheapest. Who's your main customers?
So we get a ton of just individual shirt orders. People who like just are random designs. But businesses that come through for DTG right now is landscape. Like they'll come through for custom orders specifically for their business. And we don't charge $30 a shirt for them. I would say $30 a shirt is straight through the website.
Yeah. And just probably like one shirt?
Yeah, one shirt.
Yeah. Me, when I first started, I was charging about, when I first started, bro, $12 a shirt. Yeah. And I was making $3 profit. Yeah. You know, but I was working from home.
If after you paid yourself the time to make those shirts, you were probably negative.
Oh, I didn't pay myself.
Yeah.
That's a hustle.
Yeah.
But one thing I learned, and I heard this before, if you really want to grow a business, don't treat it like a hustle. Right. Treat it like a business where you're keeping track of everything.
That's a good tip. That's a good tip. It has nothing to do with how to charge your shirts, but that's a very valuable tip that I think everyone needs to hear. You have to treat your business like a business. Yeah. So if you think you got a homie, right? You got a buddy who's like, hey man, can you get me this shirt? Or your girlfriend wants you to make her a free shirt. I'll charge her. You pay her full price.
You charge her?
Full price.
Money or other stuff?
Full price.
No, I charge her other stuff. My girl, like you paying it, not with money though.
I'm like, look, if it's like a birthday gift, I'll write that off for I gifted it, right?
Yeah.
But, and I would even try at first. I'd be like, yeah, I'll make you a free shirt. But they'd be like, no, it's a business. And oh crap, you're right. You have to think of it like a business, because if you don't, you're gonna nickel and dime yourself out of money. You're gonna be like, oh, I can make you a shirt for free.
Oh yeah.
And then you do that, and you're like, oh crap, I've done all these free shirts. Now I gotta put in another order for shirts.
Yeah, because I mean, you're doing these free shirts or at cost. Yep. And you might be thinking, I'm not losing anything, but you are, because you just mentioned you gotta restock. Yep. You know, and I know we don't consider the time when we're starting out, but sooner or later you're gonna have to consider how long is it gonna take me to make these shirts. Yeah. And the same quote is, don't work in your business, work on your business. Right. Meaning, are you thinking of ideas on how to grow? Yeah. That's gonna give you more free time. But I mean, those are for other videos. Yeah. But you know, if someone out there does want the cheaper shirt, a cheap price, you offer direct to film. Yeah. Yeah. Only $10 a sheet. $10 a sheet. Dang, doesn't get any cheaper than that. What can they, you know, for the outro? When can they get some sign from you? Yeah. So if you want, that's funny. Because like the DTG is expensive. Yeah. I mean, but because that's the other thing. I didn't mention that. What? We charge $30 because that pays for shipping. So that's on the website, shipping anywhere. And you provide the shirts. Yeah, but local. If you're ordering from us, it's $20-$25. Fresno? Yeah. 559? Yep. So you're local, we don't got to ship it to you, so you're not going to pay for the label and all that extra stuff, or drive to the post office or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, you can come to the shop and pick it up locally, and the shirts are like $25 for a full, no limit color print. Gotcha. If you want 2 print locations, that's when, costs will go up. But if you want an alternative, or you want to heat press your own shirts, we're selling those DTF sheets. $10 a sheet. You can gang up all the images you want on one sheet, and we'll even package it up nice and neat and ship it to you if you're not local. And then you just, good luck, kiss, and then get there. There we go. All right, guys. So in this video, we talked about what you should consider when pricing out your t-shirts, because you're trying to keep that profit margin in mind all the time. So hopefully you guys got some good tips. If you did, make sure you like, comment below, subscribe to this channel for more awesome content. Thanks again to Ray as the entrepreneur for being a special guest in the shop today. Yep. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, everybody.